Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joseph. Happy birthday to you. Yay!
Thank you,
John. Welcome to the J&J Podcast, episode number 3. I am one of your hosts, John Madigan.
And I'm your other host, Joe Vassallo.
And it is the J&J Podcast, and this is Joe Vassallo's 21st birthday. Woohoo!
Well, technically, John, my 21st birthday will be in 2 hours.
There you go. So we're
wait, by the time you guys hear it, it will be, it'll be past. Wow, that's crazy.
Right, so a little bit behind the scenes information. We are recording this Sunday night. It's about 10 o'clock at night, and Joe will turn 21 at midnight, February 1st. So congratulations, Joseph. Now, being 21, you're finally a legal adult. You can do everything. You have no more restrictions at all. How does that feel?
Well, John, I'll be honest with you. It feels like a little bit of BS, and I can tell you why. First of all, I was told at 18 I was an adult, and I wouldn't have any restrictions. Well, 3 years later, I'm still kind of restricted by stuff. And you know what? I'm going to wake up tomorrow, I'm going to get up, and I'm going to do the same thing I did today. Like, I can't drink, and I can't go to strip clubs. So there's really, all the benefits of being 21 aren't really existent for me. I mean, I guess it's kind of cool, right?
Now, Joe, can you explain why you can't drink?
So, the basic reason for why I can't drink, and there's no place in the Bible where it doesn't say drink. There's no place in my theology, personally, that it doesn't say drink. The school that I go to makes us sign a contract that for as long as we go to this school, we can't drink. And that's whether we're in school or at a break. If we're enrolled in this school, we can't drink, period. And we signed a contract with that, and I'm going to honor that before the Lord.
So, Joe, you signed a contract with your Bible college as soon as you got in. One of those things was to not drink even if you turn 21. What other things, as much as you can talk about, that you are not allowed to do? What else can't you do because of your school?
In my school specifically.
Well, what does your school say you can't do? I mean, even when you're on summer break, you still can't drink, right?
Yeah, I can't drink. So I can't drink. It's complicated, right? So you can't drink, you can't smoke, right? And neither of those things are in the Bible. You know what I mean? Like, clearly not going to strip clubs and having sex. Like, the Bible says, don't look lustfully at a woman. I've read the Bible 7 times. I can't find anywhere where it says don't smoke a cigarette. You know what I mean? But can't smoke, can't drink. Obviously can't watch porn, but once again, that's in the Bible. That's really less the school and more us.
What does the school say? What does the school say you can't do?
So drinking, smoking. What else can't we do? I feel like there's a lot more than that, and I'm just not thinking about it.
There probably is a lot more than that.
Yeah. We're not allowed to watch anything PG or over PG in any like comments area. So we can't watch PG-13, we can't watch rated R. We have restrictions on our internet. No college humor, no a lot of stuff like that. We have a lot of restrictions on our internet.
Oh my god, I didn't even know that. That's terrible. I would get kicked out of your school in seconds.
I mean, I really enjoyed it.
Now, Joe, I felt really bad that you're 21 and you're not allowed to drink. I'm not saying you want to, but I'm saying the fact that you don't even have that option, and that hurts me inside. So, right here on the J&J Podcast, because you can't drink on your 21st birthday, I am going to drink this beer for your 21st birthday right here during the podcast.
Now, John, wait 1 second now. I want to just stop you right there. I want to stop you. Johnny, buddy.
Now,
you're not 21 yet, bro.
I know, but you're 21, so I'm drinking in celebration of you because you're not allowed to.
But you're not allowed to either.
People can't see it right now, but I am drinking a Seagram's Classic Lime Margarita beer.
And I do not condone this.
I know you don't, but I felt bad that you can't drink. And since I'm under 21, I need an excuse to drink. So the fact that you turning 21, that is my excuse to drink. And I'll be drinking this throughout the entire podcast.
Okay, then.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
There you go. It's kind of like you're drinking a beer. I'm just drinking it for you.
No, it's really not.
I hope one of your pastors listens to this and is just totally like, what are these guys doing? Joseph, it's time to stop. Oh, man, but we have a great show to you guys today. It is Joseph's 21st birthday, and I couldn't be happier to call him my best friend. And so, Joe, why don't you tell us a bit about your party? You recently had a birthday party that I was not invited to. How did it go?
Well, first, let me ask you, what do you think normal people do on their 21st birthdays?
Well, they probably go out for a drink, I would think.
They
would probably go out to their first bar.
Right. Now, I was wondering, what do you think I did?
You probably just stayed inside all day.
Literally, and I went and I had food with my family, and my birthday party consisted to mostly pastors. We had one family there who wasn't a pastor, but is a devout Christian, and I think everyone else there was pastors. And these are my friends, so most of them were not my own age. Some of them were, but not too many as a whole. It was a good time, I got really great counsel. We had a really good time, made a lot of jokes, right? And it was just really good. I got my first preaching opportunity.
Really? Where is this? Give us any details. Any details you can give.
So it's going to be at a church in Rochester, and it's going to be the first time I'm preaching behind the pulpit. So I've preached before, but only on the streets.
Yes, and he doesn't say that like he's trying to be cool. He literally preached on the street. There is currently a 6-foot cross in my basement right now that Joe and his father built together. And then I went around with a video camera filming him walk around with this cross. And people were taking out their video cameras and recording Joe just walking around, and it was hysterical. Just the looks we were getting. And I stuck with them. I stuck with my best friend. But the looks people were giving us, people were pulling out their video cameras. It was so funny. And I'm sure Joe is definitely planning on doing it again. But that cross is still... Yes, you did. Tell us about it.
Yeah. I did it over Christmas break. It wasn't as... I mean, I live in Fairport, so it's not like it's a huge place. It's not like New York City,
Mm-hmm. So how long did you walk it for? And how big was the cross?
It's actually a lot bigger than the one that's in your basement, because the one in your basement is only 6 foot tall, because I was so short back then. But since I've grown, minus the one that I have in my garage is currently 7 foot.
Wow. Oh my God. That's insane. Is it heavy? Is it difficult for you? I mean, do you sometimes find it like a little difficult just physically carrying the cross?
It's a little much on my shoulder, depending on the shoulder that I hold it on. But as a whole, I wouldn't call it heavy. I would call it just a little cutting on my shoulder. I found that shoulder pads, if any of you are listening and thinking of carrying a cross, just a little bit of advice, some shoulder pads on your shoulders go a long way.
By the way, speaking about that, this is the first time we're recording a podcast where we can actually look at the stats from previous podcasts. This is the 3rd episode, and in about a week, we've received over 100 individual listens. on the podcast,
Wow.
which is just absolutely blows my mind. That's individual people listening, and that just blows my mind. And I can't thank you guys so much enough for supporting us and listening to us. And at least I definitely enjoy doing this every single week, and I'm sure Joseph does as well.
Oh
We
yeah,
love it.
it's definitely one of the highlights of my week.
That's a little sad, but no, it's definitely a highlight of my week too. I have a lot of fun doing this, and as long as you guys keep listening, we're gonna keep doing it. We're
Yeah,
definitely
absolutely.
enjoying it. You can catch us on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, a whole bunch of different apps, and it's great. We're just loving it, and just thank you guys so much for listening to us and giving us plenty of support. And just over 100 individual listens in about a week. That's excellent for us. But so Joe, what did you have for lunch today?
Oh, what did I have for lunch today? What did I have? Hold on, I got to think about that. You go first, Sean. I'm thinking about what it was that I had for lunch. You know, when I go home, my mom and my grandma they feed me a ton. Um, oh, I remember. I had a bagel with scrambled eggs, grandma's home cooked scrambled eggs and cheese,
Ooh.
and I had that for lunch because I didn't wake up until 1:30.
What type of cheese?
Mozzarella.
There you go. So I had a few slices of an LMB pizza pie, which is a pizza, and the typical pizza is from top to bottom cheese, sauce, and dough bread. And so this is a little opposite. This is sauce, cheese, bread, dough. And it is by far great. And the term LMB originates from where the style of pie came from, LMB Simone Gardens in Brooklyn. But now every other pizzeria has pretty much ripped them off and calls it an LMB pie. And it's really good. And if you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it. And it was, oh God, it was just great. Absolutely loved it.
I got to try that next time I come down.
Joe, you've never tried an LMB pie?
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised. You know, that's it's a great pie. Honest to God, I must definitely take you there next time you come in, which I hope is soon. I hope you I haven't seen you since when I came up to your house, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I
In
hope
the
to come down.
summertime,
Yeah, I'm hoping to come down during. I have a break coming up, February
really
break, but
when?
February. I think it's February 22nd, 26th rather, to the 2nd of the next month. But I don't think that I'll be able to come down because that's when I'm supposed to be preaching.
Oh, in the church.
Well, yeah. It's a part of an assignment, so I have to go to a church, preach, and then that pastor will grade me. I'll give them a sheet and they'll grade me.
Wow. Well, just knowing you in general, I'm sure you're gonna do great. I mean, there's no doubt about that in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But so yeah. So I'm just dude, just happy birthday. Did you get anything? Did you get any presents?
Oh yeah, I got a ton of stuff. I got a bracelet with a Bible scripture on it. I got a really cool Bible T-shirt. I got some new shoes. I got to look styling, new shoes. I got a Google gift card. So I got some. I finally completed my Star Wars library. So I have now all of the Star Wars Force Legacy of the Force books. And so I highly recommend those to our fans if you're listening and you enjoy Star Wars.
No, Joe, what did I get you?
I don't know, John. What'd you get me?
Nothing.
You are my gift, John, every day.
There you go. Every day, or should I say every week? every week we are a gift to you guys listening, and in return, your views, your listens, those are gifts to us every week. But so Joe, if there's one thing you have to recommend to people, I want to start something where we each recommend something every week, whether it be a book, a movie, a TV show, something every week, something that you saw or listened to, watched. What would you recommend for people to see or do? that you have done that you enjoy?
Read Psalms. Read the Psalms. Those things are just read the Psalms.
Read the Psalms.
Yeah, they are a lifeline. They are so good.
I recommend. First of all, I recommend this beer, this classic lime margarita.
Hey, John, are we allowed to talk about? Are we allowed to talk about the stuff? It's not copyright, is it?
We can
Like the
talk.
beer or the Star Wars?
You can talk about it. And
Okay, keep going then.
yeah, the only thing you can't do is like play like copyrighted music.
Okay.
That's really about it. Any copyrighted content, but just talking about things in general is totally cool. But I recommend. I just recently saw the Book of Mormon on Broadway, and that was insanely funny. That was like from the creators of South Park. That was insanely funny.
And so I just want to point out that I do not support the Book of Mormon or South Park, or Mormonism in general. So
it's a show. It's a show making fun of being a Mormon, though.
Oh, I know, but I didn't want people to hear, "Oh, I don't support the Book of Mormon," and then in their mind say, "Well, he doesn't support something that makes fun of Mormons, so he must support Mormons." No, I don't like Mormonism, and I don't like the Book of Mormon.
Mm-hmm. But the Broadway play from the creators of South Park, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, is just insanely funny. I mean, I recommend it to people. And so yeah, it was fun. I won the Book of Mormon lottery on Twitter, and that was really fun.
Really, John? That's the lottery you had to win?
There you go. I know, with the Powerball and everything. It was but yeah, let's go into your daily headlines. So in this one's coming all the way in from Canada. Canadian groundhog dies days before Groundhog Day.
John, how does this even make the news? That's like me saying my cat died, right? Like, come on, how's that going to make the news?
So apparently, this groundhog in Canada has his own Facebook page, and where people are basically just mourning him right now. His name was Willow. I guess her name was Willow. Born May 2010 to January 29th, 2016. That's in Canada. And her mother was killed by a dog as well. So unfortunate. Just days before her special celebration. It's really just sad.
I mean, like, so can I ask you a question? If I kill a groundhog, do I get my own news headline?
Yeah, Joe. If you go out there,
do I have to kill a famous groundhog?
Joe, if you kill any groundhog, I will give you a headline. I will put it out there somewhere.
Let's do this. No, I'm just joking, people. I'm not into animal cruelty.
Well, there was that one time you wanted. There was that one time you wanted to feed a pig bacon.
Well, but that's not. I mean, have you ever tasted bacon? Like, I'm sorry, if human beings tasted like bacon, I might become a cannibal. No, I'm just joking.
I know, but we walked around to different pet shops and tried to find a teacup pig just so we could feed it bacon.
Well, no. I want to explain this to so fans. My dream pet is a teacup pig. All right. Now, I wouldn't be opposed to feeding it bacon, but I really just in my heart of hearts, someday I would really like to own a teacup pig. Like, people are like, I want a dog, I want a cat. I'm like, no, I want that teacup pig, and I'm gonna name him Wilbur.
and Joe, I'm sure one day we will get that teacup pig named Wilbur. That would be awesome.
I don't know. It depends, right? It all depends.
But yeah, so unfortunately, rest in peace, Willow. Hopefully they find another groundhog. So people from Canada can celebrate the special day, and it would be nice, but too bad for the people of Canada. People are mourning him like crazy online. But it says we are in complete shock and sadness with tears coming down our face to announce the passing of Winnipeg Willow this evening. She was acting her normal self this morning and eating a carrot, but came in this evening to find her gone. Oh,
I'm sorry. It's so. Oh my god.
Oh my god. But
you know what? I think I want to start a new sport. We hunt deer all the time, but I'm gonna go for groundhog hunting. Let's try that. Where's that? Right? Where can I buy a groundhog hunting license?
I'm sure you could get one. I mean, I don't know how common they are, but you can definitely. I'm sure it's a thing.
I have something. I have something. I would like to pick your brain on, John, and for our listeners, I would love to hear your emails, comments, and thoughts on it. It's been a pretty big issue in our society for a while now.
That's right. You can send all your emails, questions, comments, or concerns to podcasts@jmadigan.com.
Right, and so John, I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about the Syrian refugee situation? Should we let them in? Should we not let them in? What should happen here, in your opinion?
I mean, you can't judge. It's unfortunate. I feel like a lot in this country we judge the acts of a single person or a small group of people on everybody, and I kind of feel like we need better background checks with this kind of thing, because it's not fair that everybody pay the consequence for a small demographic of people. So that's where I feel like we just need better background checks in general.
Right. And
what do you think?
Complicated. It's complicated because we like to judge our government a lot for the things they do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's easy for us to say that as a citizen, but as a government, right? You have this really difficult line biblically, right? Because the Bible says that a government should protect its people, but the Bible also says that a government should never ever turn away a foreigner or a person who's in danger from coming in to be safe. You get what I'm saying? So then, how do you do that when you have a group of people that seemingly can blend in, infiltrate a country, and then kill people? Right? How do you protect your citizens while still fulfilling that command of providing for the foreigner and the refugee? Right? And it's really complicated. It's really difficult. And this is me being honest. I didn't bring this up because I have an opinion on it. I brought it up for the listeners so that they can see that it's not always as cut and dry as we like to make it.
Yeah, if you have any questions, comments on this topic or any topic that throughout the show, feel free to just send us an email, podcast@jmadigan.com. I think personally we just need better background checks because there's no reason why everybody should have to pay the price over these small group of individuals who should not be here, and hopefully they don't get in. And unfortunately, some of them are already here. But if we get better background checks, we need better background checks overall on everything when it comes down to people who are not working and getting money from our government, making us pay more taxes for that. That's happening every day, and we just in general need better background checks. We need a better background checking team. I don't know who's overlooking that, but whoever it is needs to be fired. And we need a brand new. We need a brand. I'm sure. Yeah, it's many people. And I just think we need a complete do-over because technology is getting more advanced. People are getting smarter, and we need a brand new set of team. That's my opinion.
You know what bothers me a little bit, John?
What?
Me and you cannot talk for like 20 years, and then I can just put your name into Facebook, and I get your Facebook page. But you mean to tell me that people can't get a background, like people in the government can't get a background check on people who are coming in? We have like drones, we spy drones, right? We have the internet, right? We have like security cameras, facial recognitions, and we really can't, right? Is that like a thing? Is it really like that difficult to background check people?
I mean, like I said, people are getting smarter. Technology is getting smarter. Every time that, and this happens for everything, not just with our government. I see this a lot with like Apple jailbreaking. They release something new, they claim they have better software and better security, and then hackers just kind of get around it. Unfortunately, that seems to be the way it's going. And then they put out a new update, and then after eventually people find out a way around that, and it just as technology advances, so does the criminals. And that's just unfortunately the way it seems to be. And hopefully we get to a point where they can't figure out what we're doing, and better background checks and stuff like that.
And we want to hear your opinions, fans. You know what I mean? This isn't just the J&J show. It's your show too.
Yes.
So please.
So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, podcast@jmadigan.com. Thank you guys so much for listening to the J&J podcast. Definitely every week, come check us out. Every Wednesday, there's a new podcast uploaded to all our different platforms. Thank you guys so much for listening. Happy birthday, Joseph. And we'll see you next time.
All right. See you guys. Much love. Peace out.
Much love. Peace out.